Welcome to another titillating round of Ask Beetlejuice. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be quiet because, Lydia is sleeping in the other room. But, unfortunately, that means that I can't be too loud, which kinda sucks because I'm a loudmouth. And, it's gonna suck for you because that means you can't hear me as well as you would otherwise. But oh no, she has a important photography client in the morning, so unfortunately she's gonna have to get up early. Means we can't get late tonight. So anyway, the first few questions are from Katrina. And she asked like a lot of questions, you guys. A whole bunch of you could take like a whole bunch of lessons from her because she asked so many questions that it was kind of freaking awesome. First question is, how many beetles do you currently have in your jacket pocket? That's kind of a hard question to answer because I had a lot more of them this morning than I do today. You see, I was at a convention this afternoon, and I bet a whole bunch of you know just how bad hotel food is. I mean, like, it really sucks, and it's really expensive, and I've got no money, so I kind of eat all the beetles that were in my pocket at that very moment. However, I do have this. Got this. It's a Japanese beetle in a ring. So, looks nice, right? Katrina's second question is, have I ever met Peeves the poltergeist? Because she thinks that we would get along very well together. And the truth is, I already met the guy. I really like him. Peeves and I kind of go way back. I used to go around haunted Europe, and Peeves was like a good friend of mine. We crashed over there at Hogwarts, kind of drinking buddies. But you see, there was this problem where Hogwarts kind of had a giant snake, in their pipe system. I don't know how, like, your plumber doesn't find that kind of shit, but, like, they started blaming it on me because they know I like snakes, and, I know a bunch of you know that I, like, turn into a giant snake, so they're all like, yo, Beetlejuice, what's up with the snake? Like, that's not cool. And, I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, the kind of snake that they had in their pipe system, like, it also turns ghosts to stone and shit like that. Like, thing's dangerous. Like, why would I want to take responsibility for that? I mean, I don't have that kind of, like, why would I do that to my own kind? You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess I would do that to my own kind, huh? But still, the thing is, they were all like, oh, Beetlejuice, what are you doing? You're a snake, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, yo, that's not me. That's not my MO, okay? So, I kind of left Hogwarts because they were kind of pissing me off. But while I was there, Peeves and I got along real well. And, let me tell you, young witches and wizards, like, they may walk around thinking they're hot shit and stuff because they know magic, but, nothing beats poltergeist, okay? Just nothing beats us. Out of all the decades and centuries I've lived in, what's my favorite decade? Well, let me put it like this. You all might think that living in other centuries is like a party and a half, but the thing is, it's really, really not. Okay? Honestly, you see, like, I lived during the 1300s. You got the plague, which was fun, but 1400s, not very fun. 1500s, you got the Renaissance, and while people were like thinking new stuff during Renaissance, they were still very, very idiotic, okay? And then during the Renaissance, they had that whole influx of Christianity again. And it was just very, like, everybody was a heretic, or somebody else wasn't a heretic. It was crazy. And then don't even get me started on the 1600s, because the 1600s, nobody could take a fucking joke. I mean, there was this unfortunate event, and I kind of pranked a few people in Europe, but instead of thinking it was a ghost, they thought it was the next door neighbor, and people got involved, and there was a person that may or may not have been burned at the stake, and it just wasn't a very nice period. Like that 1700s, people were kind of crazy, actually. They had that whole sexual thing going on, but, like, kept it kind of really repressed, and so that wasn't really fun. And during the 1800s, that got better, but it was still a lot of repression, which was just, come on, just show a little leg, will ya? Also, have you ever tried to undress a girl who's wearing a corset? And I mean, like, not nowadays where they're wearing the fun little corsets where they're wearing, like, maybe a shirt underneath and a skirt. No. I'm talking about, like, they're wearing a dress, a full-length dress, and then you take the dress off, and then you have, like, a corset or two, and then you have, like, a bodice, and then you have, like, 3 or 4 layers of petticoats, and then you got, like, bloomers, and then you got shit under there, and you got stockings, and let me tell you how much of a bitch that is. No. But, the 20th century is actually my favorite out of all of them, to be quite honest. I like the modern times because people are a little bit more sex positive. I guess I would put. You got. Let me put it this way. In the 20s, you had a lot of people who were going around drinking and having gratuitous amounts of sex and listening to jazz music. And what's not to like about that? Really. Then you got the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. Well, the 50s is kind of where things kind of started going back downhill. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the whole Betty Page thing and the whole housewife 50s rockabilly thing. It's kind of my scene. But, the 50s were very prudish. 60s were a little bit better. Free love, man. But, say nothing beats 80s with the mini skirts and big hair. I mean, come on. But, yeah. I'd have to say maybe, like, the 20s, where you got, like, all the drinking and the sex. Or the 80s, where you got, like, women wearing the mini skirts and the leggings. And nowadays, don't even get me started on nowadays. Because nowadays you have the women wearing the skimpy clothing, and it's just really hot, okay? It's just really fucking hot. And people are a little bit more wild. People aren't keep drinking right now. And I know a bunch of you might not be into that scene, but it's where it's at.